Hello everybody, I am the Craftacular creator and today I am sharing a process video for a magical postage stamp card. I'm sure many of you can tell which book or film franchise I was inspired by without me mentioning any names. In this video I will be ink blending, stenciling, splattering, Copic colouring and heat embossing. For this card I used Magic Village, Magic Transport, Magic Quotes and Magic School, all from popsicle sticks. I used a waffle flower postage collage die and a stencil to go with it. To begin, I lay out my pre-stamped and cut images out on the postage stamp background. I may mention this once or twice throughout, but I love this die. I position the colouring stencil onto the panel using my Altenew stamp wheel and a little extra low tack tape to hold it all together. I ink blend using Distress Oxides in Chipped Sapphire and switch from a picket fence pouncer to an ink blending brush as I need to do a re-ink for this colour. I then use Wilted Violet and the pouncer works much better with this ink. I blend the two colours together until I'm happy. I take a small drop of Copic opaque white pigment and mix this with water. Then use a small paintbrush to splatter this while the stencil is still in place. I dry this with a heat tool. Off screen, I also spritz some diluted lawn fawn sparkle dust across the panel for a very pretty shimmer. I remove the stencil and once it's completely dry, I prepare the panel to heat emboss. In the UK, our postage stamps are valued by first and second class, and so I wanted to show this on my stamps. I use a powder tool on the background and Versamark embossing ink to stamp a very small thirst on each section. I cover this with lawn fawn white embossing powder and use a heat gun to melt it. Magical. And it looks so good on the postage stamp die. Next, I colour the images using a range of Copic colours. To the right of me, I have an image of the magical building to inspire my colour choices. The caps will be displayed on screen. Here, I wish I could use the well-known music to accompany this, but alas, I am not allowed to do so. I assure you I was humming along as I coloured. Once coloured, I attached the images using liquid glue. I then attached the panel to a piece of lawn fawn silver metallic cardstock, again with liquid glue. I wanted a small sentiment on my card, but I wasn't quite sure where to place it, so I placed it on an acrylic block and held it in different places on the card to see where it would fit best. I decided on the bottom left, but rather than stamping directly onto the card, I chose to stamp and heat emboss it on a sentiment strip instead. I do this off screen and then use a little leftover ink from my brush to colour the strip. I attached this using liquid glue. Due to a change of camera angle, I haven't quite got the hang of getting my whole ta-da into the screen, but I will work on that. I am so pleased with how this card turned out, and I love that postage stamp die. Inspiration for this creation comes from Craft Roulette. The parameters can be seen on the screen. I used an A2 card base, chose an enchanted forest from my colour palette. Many things start with H, can you spot them all? And of course I used that amazing postage stamp die, which seemed very popular in the gallery this week. With mention of Craft Roulette and parameters, I have included a slide of what it's all about, and I hope, if you haven't already, subscribed and liked the Craft Roulette videos. It is so much fun. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Ta-ta for now everyone, take care, and I will be back soon.